What's up everybody, my name is Dwight and welcome back to GeForce Garage. Now Brian Boddaker Carter is no novice to modding and has created some really insane builds. And the PC he brought today is no different, winning first at PDXLAN 32B and first at Cooler Masters World Series 2018 for the Tower Mod category. Let's check out the build he calls Achromodic. Well, hey Brian, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So how did you come up with the inspiration for Achromodic?
Well, when Cooler Master sent me the case, they told me that the C700P could come with an extra panel. And so I thought it would be really cool to have an extra glass panel on the backside so that you could see right through the case. And so that gave me the idea to gut the entire center of the case and then suspend everything right in the middle.
So what made you come up with like the webbing look?
I like to get inspiration from exotic cars and hot rods and stuff. And there was an Alfa Romeo that did some kind of organic interior that really struck me as pretty cool. So I kind of took some cues from that. So I came up with maybe the parts are caught in a web or something like that. And so it just kind of materialized from there.
Now, it's a big question, but what are the mods that you've actually done?
There's quite a few different mods. Again, with the webbing, I wanted a strong support structure for both the motherboard and the video card. I wanted to kind of make it look like the webbing was supporting it and it was caught in the webbing. For mounting the video card, I had to create my own GPU mounting bracket that will go mounted onto the motherboard tray. And I use a PCI Riso cable to connect the video card to the motherboard that was on the other side.
And I noticed that you incorporated the webbing design onto the top panel and even into the back.
Yeah, when I had PrimoFlex laser cut the panels, he gave me two 1/8" pieces, and I just happened to have one flipped over, and the patterns were so mismatched that it looked better than what I had originally planned. And then the back panel, I had already glued the panels together and stuck it in there. So after I did the top panel, I liked it so much that I added a third piece to the back to make it have that look.
So how did you actually go about making the light boxes?
To position them accordingly, I needed to create another side panel on both sides to make the form for the boxes. And so I did that by spot welding a metal sheet together to make those panels on each side. They were pretty narrow, so I had to have LED strips around the edging. And I take aluminum foil tape and I cover the whole bottom of it so it gives a reflective surface on the bottom to bring all the light up to the top.
What about the front? You have like an indented reservoir.
I put a window in the front panel to display the Cooler Master reservoir and backed it with another piece of webbing with some mesh panel behind that. When I first cut that hole, the Cooler Master badge was right there in the center of the panel. And so I wanted to relocate that lower and came up with the idea to just backlight the ring of the logo and not have the actual logo in it.
And I noticed you have a lot of chrome pieces on here. I know the case doesn't come with that.
Right. I've always wanted to apply some black chrome to a case, and so I thought this would be a really good time to do that with all the organic shapes.
Well, it looks awesome, but what are the actual specs of the PC?
Well, we got an ASUS Z370E gaming motherboard. It's got an Intel 8700K processor. It's all powered by the Cooler Master 850 PSU. Cables are done by Joe at Sanctum Sleeving. Cooler Master also sent me the Liquid Maker 240 kit, the blocks and the radiator and the reservoir. And then I supplemented that kit with PrimoChill's flex tubing. And Swiftech provided some of the angled adapters as well. ZADAK provided the 16 gigs of memory, and they also sent a 120 gig SSD as well. And ASUS also sent me a GeForce GTX 1070 Strix.
Well, thanks Brian for coming on by.
Appreciate it.
Really looking forward to see what you got coming up next. If you guys are in the Portland area, check out PDXLAN 33 coming up this early November for more mods of this caliber. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you for the next one.